This is African Gods and Goddesses. Another episode of African Gods and Goddesses. Another episode of Babylonian Gods Investigation. Welcome everybody to another edition, another episode of Babylonian Gods. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute, people. Wait a minute, people. This is another episode of Babylonian and hello. Okay, welcome everybody to another edition of African Gods and Goddesses Investigation. On these episodes, what we do is we explore the different African, Babylonian, fallen angels, ancestor worship, you know what I'm saying, that is done here in America because our people need to know that whether they know it or not, if they participate in the ways of this world, they are knowingly or unknowingly worshiping a Babylonian god. So that's what these episodes are. And this afternoon, we are going to be investigating Snoop Dogg. As you know, Snoop Dogg just dropped a GAY children song concerning having same relations parents. Children who have parents that has the same organs. This is what Snoop Dogg just dropped this song. And it's called Love is Love. And his children having the same organized parents. Man, a child with two men as a mother and father, a child with two women as mother and father. This is what Snoop Dogg is promoting now, people. This is what Snoop Dogg is doing now. And we're going to investigate this, people. We're going to investigate this to the fullest. Before we get into it, we want to thank you for tuning in, logging on. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. Don't forget to tap on them like button, people. Tap on them like buttons. Get us in them algorithms, people. Tap on those like buttons. Tap on them thumbs up buttons. Get us in them algorithms. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. That 24-hour prayer line number is 310-365-6816. That 24-hour prayer line number is 310-365-6816. Let's see what else we got. We got Bible study class tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. The Bible study class will be broadcasted right here on ISBC, this channel right here. Also, you can call into the Bible study telephone line as well. You know what I'm saying? There's various ways to catch Bible study class. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to become a member, you can also become a member by hitting that join button. We got 2 levels. You know what I'm saying? We got the regular membership. You know what I'm saying? I think it's what the regular membership, I think it's $4.99. And then we got the VIP membership. You know what I'm saying? Which is $14.99. That VIP membership will get you a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of stuff from us as well from YouTube. So choice is yours. Alright, let's see what else we got. Snoop Dogg and this song that this man made. This man made a children LGBT song encouraging children to encourage their parents to be woman with woman, man with man. This is what, and this is Snoop Dogg. This is Snoop Dogg, people. Told you Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg been passed his soul to the fire to Moloch. Snoop Dogg been, you know what I'm saying, dabbling with familiar spirits. You know what I'm saying? Even way back in, 1990, was it 94? I think it was 94 or 95. You know what I'm saying? He made the song M-U-R-D-E-R was the case. And in that song, he literally announced the sacrifice of his mom. If you remember the song, it goes a little something like this. I bought my mama a Benz, I bought my boo-boo a Jag, and I'm rolling in a 920 dogg rag. And he said, and she probably won't make it to C22. 22. The year 2022. She probably won't make it to C22. Then he said, I'm going to put that on my mama. I'm going to ride for you, baby boo. So in that particular verse, Snoop Dogg just announced that he is going to sacrifice his mama before the year 2022 comes in. And what happened with his mama before the year 2022 came in? His mama was unalive. So Snoop Dogg been a satanic scumbag, people. He been a satanic scumbag. But this right here takes the cake. This, you know what I'm saying? This right here, and to all you Crip gangbangers, y'all should have something to say about this. Or maybe y'all shouldn't, because y'all all the way cricket anyway. Anyway. So you new people, this is African Gods and Goddesses. We do these investigations, like, you know what I'm saying, ever so often. Whenever there's no news in the news, we bring you African Gods and Goddesses investigations. This afternoon, we're going to be investigating Snoop Dogg. Yeah. Now, to enlighten you on why I say, hello? Now, to enlighten you on the reason why I say America follow after Babylonian gods, America follow after African deities, because they do. The proof is in the names of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Alexa, is the names of the week named after Babylonian gods?
From Quora.com. Demeter, goddess of the grain and harvest.
Let me see. Hold on for a minute. Alexa, is the names of the weeks named after Babylonian gods?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. The week of 7 days originates from Babylon. It was adopted by the Jews and finally also by the Romans. They named the 7 days after their deities.
It was adopted by the JEWSs, the Ashkenazis, then later by the Romans. They all worship these Babylonian gods Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. A lot of people say, well, how are we supposed to go by, how are we supposed to tell the difference between the days? Well, we go on a number system. The first day of the week is Sunday. The second day of the week is Monday. The third day of the week is Tuesday. The fourth day of the week is Wednesday. The fifth day of the week is Thursday. The sixth day of the week is Friday. And here we have it, the Sabbath day, the seventh day of the week is Saturday. But we go 7th day of the week, 4th day of the week, like that. That's how we ought to go. Even the months of the years is by Babylonian gods, like January. Alexa, is the months of the years named after Babylonian gods?
From Quora.com. All the months and days of the week are named after Roman pagan gods.
Roman pagan, and that's Babylonian gods. All the months and the weeks. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. All these are named after Babylonian gods. You in America, and this is something that you must understand, brothers and sisters. These are Babylonian gods. And if you pass your soul to the fire of Moloch like Snoop Dogg did, it doesn't matter how much you say you're a Christian, you still got to submit to these Babylonian gods. That's why Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying, no matter how gangster you may think he is, he's still, when them Ashkenazis or them Romans or them fake JEWSs tell him that, hey, listen, we need your imagery to promote the LGBT. We need your imagery to encourage little children to have them believe and think that it is okay to have a mother and a father, both as women. To have a mother and a father, both as men. Now, is not this attack on the kids? This is attack on the kids. Because the kids look up to these celebrities, these musicians, these rappers. The kids look up to these people. So this is attack on the kids, people. If Snoop Dogg isn't condoning it, it should be okay. Well, it's not okay. And Snoop Dogg needs to stop with the bull crap. All right. People, you're tuned into African episode of African Gods and Goddesses. This afternoon, we are investigating Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Your favorite weed smoker, your favorite crip, your favorite entertainer, your favorite actor, your favorite rapper, whatever you want to, your favorite is. It's your favorite. Snoop Dogg. Alexa, what Babylonian god encourages LGBT?
Sorry, I don't have an answer for that.
Now, that's a Babylonian god. Mostly all the Babylonian gods indulge in the activities of the LGBT. Let me see. Alexa, what African god is associated with homosexual?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Yeah, of course, they ain't not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna say too much of that word because we're on YouTube, and we're not in the members section. See, that's the perks you get about becoming a member. We can talk the way we want to talk in the members section versus we can't do that on these public broadcasters. So it's you know what I'm saying. Being a member, you get a lot of perks. You know what I'm saying. You got a lot of perks. I'm loose with my lips in the members only section, people. So if you want to become a member, you can do that. So I'm saying there's two levels. You got the regular level, $4.99. Then you got the VIP level, which is $14.99. You know what I'm saying? Both of them you get perks, but you get better perks. You know what I'm saying? Joining the VIP, $14.99. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me see here. We're gonna go ahead and get the Bible. I'm gonna get the Bible because yeah, didn't once Snoop Dogg had a gospel album. What happened with that? Snoop Dogg had a gospel album. Then now he's rapping about to encourage little children to believe that it is okay for a man and a man to raise a freaking child. A woman and a woman to raise a child. That's unheard of. This is what they did in Africa, people. This is Africa culture. The LGBT lifestyle, that is African culture. That is Hamite culture. The Africans are the Hamites. That's Hamite culture. That's African culture. The same gender relationships. That's the African culture. Africans do this, not us. You know what I'm saying? So we are going to Alexa, give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 68.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 28:68 reads, And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
So Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68 says that we shall be brought into Egypt again. Now that again obviously means a second time, right? You shall be brought into Egypt a second time. Why is it a second time? Because we was already in Egypt the first time. That's physical Egypt. So Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68 says we will be brought into Egypt a second time. That's America. And being that we be brought into Egypt that second time, which is America, the Lord was specifically telling us what is the mode of transportation that is going to bring us into this second time Egypt. He said, you shall be brought into Egypt again with ships, with cargo slave ships, with boats. That's Egypt. That's America. And it says, wherefore I said unto you, you may see it no more again forever. When did the Lord say this? He said it through Moses. When Moses split the Red Sea, he said, the Egyptians that you see today, you may see them no more again forever. This is prophecy, people. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. You may see it no more again forever. And then they also said, there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, that's slave men, and bondwomen, that's slave women. And no man or woman shall buy you or redeem you. Now, it is evident that when we came over to the Americas, we was bought because the receipt of our evidence is our last names. Johnson, Smith, Robinson, Watts, Williams, you know what I'm saying? All of these, the receipts that we was bought by our slave masters. So what is the Most High God saying? No man or woman shall buy us. No one shall buy us. Because when we fell in the land of Canaan, guess what happened? We spiritually, we no longer had life. We spiritually was unalived. We spiritually D-I-E-D. We had no spiritual life to us. What happened when you have no spiritual life to us? Everything is against you. You, whatever you try to do in life, it will fail, because what you brothers and sisters in this world call the universe is not on your side. So you got to struggle and get it how you live. That's what it means. But that's why the Lord sent Christ. And Christ left unto us the Holy Ghost. Because all that repent and follow Christ, Christ says what? I come that you may have life and life more abundantly. Christ came to restore us back to life again, spiritually. So that's why Deuteronomy chapter 28, the prophecy that we will be brought into Egypt, which is America, again. When we came over here, we called it a slave ship, and over here we were sold as a bond slave men and slave women unto our enemies. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Now, for further evidence that we are in spiritual Egypt or spiritual Africa, Alexa, get me Revelations 11, verse 8.
According to the King James Bible, Revelation 11:8 reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified."
And there it goes. Now, Revelation, this is the New Testament, people. Revelation 11:8 says, "And their unalive bodies," now it doesn't mean they physically unalive laying in the street. It means they are unalive because they walking around without any type of spirit life in them. So they walking according to the cares and the ways of this world. They have no more spirit or life in them. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a clue what life is. They think life is getting a bag. Oh, they got a bag. They think that's life. They think life is getting them $10 million mansion. They think life is getting, you know what I'm saying, a Bugatti. They think life is going to the club and partying. They think this ain't life. That's unalive. You haven't experienced life until you receive Christ. You see? So it says, "They unalive bodies shall lie in the streets of that great city," which is America, that is spiritually, that key word, that spirit thing again, that key word, spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. And it says, "Where also our Lord was crucified." Now we know Christ wasn't physically crucified over here in the Americas, but we do know that those of the children of Israel are one with Christ and one with the Most High. And what do they do with us every day over here? They crucify us. You know what I'm saying? They crucify the male, you know what I'm saying, by oppressing him with child support. They crucify the male by, you know what I'm saying, putting the woman over the male. Giving a woman this certain liquid courage to make her think that she can do good without her black counterpart. That's crucifixion. So now I gave you two examples that we are in spiritual Africa, and we are in spiritual Egypt, and we are in spiritual Babylon. I gave you two examples of where you Negroes, Haitians, Jamaicans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, Hondurans, El Salvadorians are at, and where y'all going to be at. Prophesied in the Bible. I gave you two examples. So now that I gave you those examples, before we get to the meat of it, we got to let you new people know, if you're new here, you know what I'm saying, you're tuned into African Gods and Goddesses. These afternoon episodes we bring forth to you every other day or sometimes every day. investigating different African gods and goddesses and the ways that the people worship them. This afternoon we are talking about Snoop Dogg, and as he drops a track promoting little children to accept same gender parents. So that's what we're going into this afternoon. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, people. Tap on that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. If you're new to this channel, tap on that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. Tap on them like button, people. Get us in them algorithms, people. Tap on them like buttons. Get us in those algorithms, people. Tap on those like buttons. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816. That's 310-365-6816. What else we got? We got Bible study class tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss out on that. Get into them Bible study class tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. And if you want to become a member of this ministry, you're welcome to do so. We got 2 levels. We got level 1, which is for $4.99. You get much perks on that one. And we got the VIP level, to be a VIP member. For $14.95, you get greater perks on that one. You know what I'm saying? Each one, you get perks. All right, let me see what else we got. All right, so let me go ahead and start it here. Yeah, you're in Babylon, people. You're in Babylon. And these artists that you so love, they have been turned to Babylonian artists. You have another one. You have Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar literally admitted that he was an Israelite in one of his songs. He said, "I'm an Israelite. Don't call me black no more." But yet, one thing about when a black person, when an Israelite wake up to know who they are, do you know what? If they are real and they're sincere, what they awakening, this is like what did Jeremiah say? Jeremiah said he was trying to stop preaching, but he said he couldn't because it was like a fire shot up in his bones. So when you are woken up into this truth, there's no such thing as, you know what I'm saying, sitting down and waiting. There's no such thing as, you know what I'm saying, I can't do it right now, or I'm not going to. No, it is something that you must do because it is in you to do it. So when Kendrick Lamar said that he's an Israelite, we don't see not one class or one lesson that Kendrick Lamar have done after admitting that he's an Israelite. Not one class, not one study, not one broadcast, nothing. Where's the Kendrick Lamar Hebrew Israelite camp at? And do you know how many brothers and sisters will come into the truth if Kendrick Lamar will now create a camp and start accepting brothers and sisters to join his camp and teach the right way? Do you know how many he will get? You know what I'm saying? Because YNs and old ends look up to Kendrick Lamar. Do you know how many people his camp? I think his camp probably will be bigger than everybody's camp. But that shows you that, you know what I'm saying, these are Babylonians. Anyway. So what we're going to do, people, let's go to Leviticus. We're going to go to the book of Leviticus. Now, the book of Leviticus is a law book that the Most High God had given us through Moses coming out of Egypt, coming out of physical Egypt. Coming out of physical Egypt, before we went into the promised land, we had to be inundated with instruction on what not to do. Now, the law that you're about to hear, that we're about to go over, hello? Now, the law that you're about to hear, that we're about to go over, notice the reason why the Most High God is telling us not to do these things, because these are the things that we was doing in Canaan. I mean, in the in Egypt. This is what we was doing because we was following after the Egyptians. So, go ahead and get it. Alexa, give me Leviticus chapter 18, verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:1 reads, "And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying."
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying. Alexa, Leviticus 18:2.
From the gospelcoalition.org. The book of Leviticus was written by the
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 2.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:2 reads, "Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God."
Okay. Speak unto the children of Israel. He didn't say nobody else. So these laws was only for Israel. And to all you brothers and sisters who don't know who Israel is, Judah is the Negroes, which Judah is who Christ, who you ignorantly call Jesus, he comes from the tribe of Judah. Judah is the Negroes. Alexa, give me Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14.
According to the King James Bible, Hebrews 7:14 reads, "For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood."
Hear that? So it is evident that Christ, our Lord, came out of the tribe of Judah. So Christ was a Judite. You understand? The Negroes today are Judites. Judah is one of Jacob's sons. Alexa, give me Genesis chapter 49, verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 49:1 reads, "And Jacob called unto his sons, and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days."
Get it? So Jacob calls his 12 sons. These 12 sons haven't became tribes yet. So Jacob called his 12 sons, 12 men was gathered together. This before they became a tribe yet. And Jacob told them what was going to happen to them in these days that we're living in today. Now, Yeshua being Judah, you Negroes being Judah, Alexa, give me Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. Alexa, give me Genesis 49, verse 8.
According to the King James Bible, Genesis 49:8 reads, "Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee."
Judah, thou art him whom the rest of the brethren is going to praise. Why? Because we all supposed to follow Christ. We all supposed to follow Christ. That's why it says, "Thou art him who thy brethren shall praise." We all supposed to praise Christ. And it says, "Thy neck has been at thy hand shall be at the neck of thy enemy." We have been. It has been black and white war for years. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's still whole sundown communities throughout America where the blacks cannot go at night. If they go, they be going at their own risk. So yes, it says, you know what I'm saying, thy hand shall be at the neck of thy enemy. Yes, we have been at our enemies. You know what I'm saying? Our enemies been against us. We've been against them for years. So this is the script. This is the truth, people. You know what I'm saying? Alexa, Leviticus chapter 49, verse 9.
From GodTube.com. Genesis 49:8 Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies, thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
I guess she ain't going to say Leviticus 49, verse 9. I guess she ain't going to say that. I'll try one more time. Alexa, Genesis chapter 49, verse 9.
From GodTube.com. Genesis 49:8 Judah, thou
Alexa,
art he
stop.
whom thy...
Yeah, I'm not going to play the games with Alexa today. You know what I'm saying? She heard exactly what I said. I said Genesis 49, 9. I didn't say 8. So I'm not going to play with her today. But there you have it. I just want to go over to let you guys know that, you know what I'm saying? The Judah is the Negroes. Levi is the Haitians. Benjamin and the Trinidadians, all of those brothers and sisters from the Isles of the West Indies, that's Benjamin. You know what I'm saying? The Puerto Ricans, that's Ephraim. The Mexicans, that's Issachar, Guatemalans. Issachar is the Mexicans, Guatemalans, Hondurans, El Salvadorians, so forth and so forth. The Native Americans is Gad. You know what I'm saying? So forth and so forth. We are the 12 tribes of Israel, people. You know what I'm saying? 12 tribes of Israel is over here in America. You know what I'm saying? So this is African Gods and Goddesses episode. You know what I'm saying? Right now this afternoon we going in investigation on Snoop Dogg and how we are worshiping Babylonian gods knowingly and unknowingly. And we're in the book of Leviticus. We just read verse 1. We just read verse 2. So we're going to Leviticus chapter 18, verse 3. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:3 reads, After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do, and after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So we just left physical Egypt, and the Most High God told us, you see what the Egyptians was doing? You see all the gods that the magicians was worshiping? You see all of the attributes and the things that the Egyptians did? The Most High God said, I don't want you doing after that. And the land that you're about to go into, another group of Africans called the Canaanites, you see how they are doing? I don't want you to do after them neither. So the Most High God said, I don't want you to do it after the Egyptians, nor do I want you following after the Canaanites. This is what the Lord told us not to do. You in America, and the things that you do in America, whether you know it or not, they are Babylonian African traditions and rituals. You might not know it because you don't know, you know what I'm saying, what are Babylonian and African traditions and rituals. So being that you don't know what a Babylonian African tradition and rituals, so when it is presented to you, you don't know if it's African and Babylonian tradition and rituals. So therefore you're going to do it. I give you an example. Like Mother's Day. They present it to be something innocent, right? Mother's Day. They present it to be something so innocent. Oh, it's innocent. But little do we know, it's not innocent. It is the worship of Ramesses. Hold on, give me a second, people. I gotta do something real quick. Be right back, people. Be right back. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you guys tap on them like buttons, people. Tap on those like buttons. Get us in them algorithms. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, people. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. What else we got? If you want, you can also hit that join button, and there's two levels, you know what I'm saying, the $4.99 level or the $14.99 level, the VIP level. You can become a member. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Remember, we're in the book of Leviticus, people. Leviticus chapter 18. Okay, I'm back. Okay, people. For you new people, this is a episode of African Gods and Goddesses. Um, right now, we doing an investigation on Snoop Dogg and Babylonian gods and what the Most High God told us not to do. Going into the land of Canaan, coming out of the land of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? As you know, we in America, and all the islands surrounding America, is all about Babylonian, African, false god, false idol worship. You got to know this. So we're in the book of Leviticus. Don't forget, I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button, people. Tap on that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. Tap on them like button, people. Get us in the algorithm, people. Tap on them like buttons. What else we got? Got Bible study class tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss out on that. That's right here on the ISBC. Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The 24-hour prayer line number is 310-365 That's 6816. 310-365-6816. And let's go ahead and continue here. What we got? Boom, boom. Alright. Leviticus 18, verse 3. Alexa, give me Leviticus 18, verse 4.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:4 reads, Ye shall do my judgments, and keep mine ordinances, to walk therein. I am the Lord your God.
So the Lord says, ye shall do my ordinances and keep my judgments. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That means we must be on our P's and Q's. I mean, listen, everything do you see that you think is good, it has a sugar coating around it. Stuff with sugar coatings. It looks sweet, but then when you indulge in it, what you get? Cavities. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Diabetes. You know what I'm saying? It's high in sugar, right? So it will unalive you. That's how it is when you walk not according to the laws and statute commandments of the Most High. So let's go ahead and continue. Alexa, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 5. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 5.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:5 reads, Ye shall therefore keep my statutes, and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord.
Hear that? Ye shall keep my statutes and my judgments, which when a man do, that's how you live. It's not about how much of a bag you get. You know what I'm saying? Because the people with the most money got the less amount of soul. The people with the most money got the less amount of soul. You see? The people with the most money have the less amount of care. Because all they care about is their money. Alexa, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 7.
From KingJamesBiblionline.org. Leviticus 19:7-8.
Alexa, stop. Hello? Who's this? Alexa, Leviticus 9. Oh, Lord, they got me saying.
From GodTube.com.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 7.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:7 reads, The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Now here's one. And why did the Lord tell us not to do this? Because this is what the Canaanites and this is what the Egyptians did. Understand this, the Most High God is the God of the Israelites. And the things that the Lord is telling us not to do here in the Leviticus chapter 18 is what the Canaanites and what the Egyptians did. The Egyptians uncovered their mama. Did you see what Kodak Black did when he got out of jail? He was dancing and he damn near put his tongue down his mama's throat. Following up the Egyptian customs. You had a lot of artists coming out kissing their sons in the mouth. That was a big thing a couple years ago. I used to do the reports on that. You had a lot of artists, a lot of rap artists, the hardest rap artists came out kissing their sons on the mouth. Matter of fact, you have Birdman and Lil Wayne on the 106 and Park couch. Kiss Lil Wayne. Birdman kissed Lil Wayne. That's not his son, but Birdman kissed Lil Wayne in the mouth. And defended it when people started talking about it. So these are Egyptian customs, people. That's why the Lord told us not to follow after these ways. Not to follow after the ways of the Canaanites, not to follow after the ways of the Egyptians. It says the nakedness of, because this is what Ham did. Ham got his own father Noah drunk just to do this same thing. Alexa, Leviticus chapter 18, verse 8.
From GodTube.com. Leviticus 18:8 The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover, it is thy father's nakedness.
The nakedness of thy father's wife. So, so, so if your father had got remarried and got a wife, and his wife comes on to the son can't do nothing. Because if you sleeping with your father's wife, it's like you sleeping with your father. Because your father and his wife are one. Because like I said in the book of Genesis, when a man meets a wife, he is to leave his mother and his father and cling to his wife, and they become one flesh. So when you sleep with your father's wife, it's like you sleeping with your father. You know what I'm saying? The same way you women, no, okay, Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 9.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:9 reads, The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home, or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Okay. Now that's self-explanatory, right? The nakedness of your sister. Whether it be, you know what I'm saying, being that we're in Babylon, and you know what I'm saying, a lot of brothers and sisters got sisters that are not born of the same father, but are born of other fathers and maybe other mothers. They are still off limits. Because sleeping with your sister is like sleeping with your father. So you still are committing a LGBT act. And see, and this is why our people's minds are warped today. Because they don't know these things. You know what I'm saying? They listen to Kevin Gates when Kevin Gates talking about sleeping with his cousin. You know what I'm saying? And how, you know what I'm saying, as long as it's a distant cousin, oh, it's okay. Listen, the Most High God says different. And when you practice these things, you're following after the Egyptians. The Egyptians do this. The Canaanites did this. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 9.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:9 reads, The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she be born at home, or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 10.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:10 reads, The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover, for theirs is thine own nakedness.
Hear that? So the nakedness of thy son's daughter, or the nakedness of thy son's son, shall you not deal with, because it is your own nakedness. So if you sleep with your son's daughter or your son's son, it's like you sleeping with yourself. It's like you playing with yourself. It's your own nakedness. Because your son came from who? Came from you. Your daughter came from who? Came from you. So your son or your daughter's offspring is you. But this is what the Egyptians and the Canaanites did. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 11.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:11 reads, "The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness."
Father's wife. Thy father's wife's daughter. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 12.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:12 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister, she is thy father's near kinswoman."
Thy father's sister. You know what I'm saying? See, these are the things that the Lord told us not to do. These are the things that the Egyptians and the Canaanites did. And these are things that we used to do, associating ourselves with the Canaanites and the Egyptians. We are not the same people. We are a different people. We are a different breed. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 13.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:13 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinswoman."
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister. She is thy kinswoman. These things that these are strict laws, tells us not to do. See, the Egyptians and the Canaanites, they don't have no laws. They don't have no laws, so the things that they do it naturally because they don't have nothing telling them not to do it. We, the Israelites, are such a special people. The Lord equipped us with laws to stay things to stay away from. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 14.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:14 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother, thou shalt not approach to his wife, she is thine aunt."
Thou shalt not uncover thy father's brother. Well, you know who's guilty of doing this? Marjorie Harvey, Steve Harvey's so-called wife, who before she started messing with Steve Harvey, she was messing with a drug dealer. When the drug dealer got locked up, she started messing with the drug dealer's brother. So Marjorie Harvey is guilty of this very act. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 17.
According to the King James Bible,
Alexa, stop. What was that? 13, 14, 15. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 15.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:15 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law, she is thy son's wife, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness."
And why should you not mess with your son's wife? Because your son's wife is your son. And if you sleeping with your son's wife, it's like you sleeping with your son. See how the Most High God, see when we do these things, we lose life or we lose spirit. We lose identity. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 16.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:16 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife, it is thy brother's nakedness."
Thy brother's wife is thy brother's nakedness. So if you're sleeping with your brother's wife, it's like you're sleeping with your brother. So you see where all this LGBT stuff derived from? It came from Africa. It came from Canaan. Because all of these things that the Lord is telling us not to do concerning relations are borderline LGBT activity. And the Africans, the Canaanites, and the Egyptians was known for doing these things. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 17.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:17 reads, "Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter, or her daughter's daughter, to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinswomen, it is wickedness."
So, thou shalt not deal with a mother and... Hello? So it says, thou shalt not deal with a mother and her daughter. The Egyptians and the Canaanites is known for doing this. And our brothers think that it is cool, think it's like a trophy to mess with a mother and her daughter. The scripture says that's a no-no. That's against the law. If you're going to mess with, you know what I'm saying, a woman, her daughter is off limits to you. If you're going to mess with her daughter, then the mother is off limits to you. You're going to choose one or the other. You can't have both. And see, and this is why a lot of our brothers and sisters don't like the Bible, don't want to follow the Bible, because a lot of our brothers and sisters feel that these things that I'm telling you today is like restricting them from being free. No, the Most High God is telling you not to do it so that you can be free, so that you will be restricted from DEATH. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 18.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:18 reads, "Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister, to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, beside the other in her lifetime."
Hear that? And these are the things that our people encourage to do. Take your wife and her sister. These are the things that is against the law. These are the things that bring DEATH amongst Israel. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 20.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:20 reads, "Moreover thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her."
Now here it goes. Neither shall you mess with your brother's wife. Now when it say your brother's wife, all of Israel are brothers. You understand? Don't necessarily have to mean biological brother. You see somebody out on the street, you see a woman out on the street, you know what I'm saying? You interested? The first thing you supposed to ask is, do you have a man? And if she say anything other than no, then you are supposed to leave that alone. Because today's time, women will not say no flat out. Women will say all sorts of words. Oh, it's complicated. I got something at home. Or, you know what I'm saying? They'll say everything else besides no. You know what I'm saying? So if she say anything else besides no, leave it alone. Leave it alone. That's what it means. It's, you know what I'm saying? And if we follow these laws, guess what? We will be okay. We will be risen. We wouldn't be unaliving each other in the streets. The prisons will not be packed with young black and old black males because most most of the prisons is packed with men that did crimes because of a woman. Why is men getting bags? Because they want to get women. You know what I'm saying? Most crimes that men commit is has to do with a woman. Either you trying to please a woman, you trying to protect a woman, you trying to, you know what I'm saying, build up your ego, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. It's all about a woman. So if we exercise these laws, we would be exempt from prison, from the graveyard, and such things of that nature. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 21.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:21 reads, "And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Moloch, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord."
Now, hello. Now, Leviticus 18:21. It says, "Thou shalt not let none of your seed pass through the fire to Moloch." Now, how can you let your seed pass through the fire to Moloch? A lot of you women is guilty of doing this. Smoking weed with your seed. Smoking weed with your children is letting your children pass through the fire to Moloch. Now, if you want to unalive yourself, my golly be it. Unalive yourself. But when you introduce a familiar spirit to your children, because that's what you when you are smoking weed with your children, you are introducing your children to a familiar spirit. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed is being introduced to a familiar spirit, and that's past your seed to the fire and Moloch. Doing drugs with your seed. You know what I'm saying? Having your seed, you know what I'm saying, encouraged with the music that's out today. Let me see if, Alexa, what did Bob Dylan say about selling his soul?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Alexa, in the Rolling Stones interview, what did Bob Dylan say about the music industry? You guys can look it up yourself. Bob Dylan, you know, the rock and roller. Alexa, who is Bob Dylan?
Bob Dylan is an American singer-songwriter. Described as one of the greatest songwriters of all time, Dylan has been a major figure in popular culture over his 68-year career. With an estimated 100 million records sold worldwide, he is one of the best-selling musicians.
There's an interview that Bob Dylan did with Rolling Stones, and the Rolling Stones reporter asked Bob Dylan, "Why don't you retire? Why don't you stop?" He said he made a deal, and he said with the chief, I think the chief guy, the overhead, you know what I'm saying, that he got to continue to do this until he demise. Bob Dylan, that is, hopefully that interview is still out there. You probably can see that interview on YouTube or something like that. Yeah, Bob Dylan, famous rock and roller. You know what I'm saying? But Bob Dylan explains about selling his soul with Rolling Stones. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this music, when when you listen to this music today, you know what I'm saying, they take the juju, they take the music before they release it to the public. They they have a juju priest pray rituals or spirits on the music. So when the music is released, people are listening to it, and people are being inundated with that spirit. That spirit is now jumping on them. Yeah. That's another way of pass your soul to the fire of Moloch. Another way of pass your soul to the fire of Moloch, look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is using music to inundate little children to interact with the familiar spirit. Because a man with another man, that's a familiar spirit that's inhabited that man with that other man. Well, a woman with another woman, that's a spirit that is causing that woman to be with another woman. And for Snoop Dogg to make a song to encourage little kids to condone this is why they pass their soul to the fire of Moloch. So we got that, people. You should not pass your sons, your seeds to the fire of Moloch. Leviticus 18, verse 21. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 22.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:22 reads, "Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind, it is abomination."
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. What is that? Man shall not lie with man as I do with a woman. It is an abomination. Thou shalt not lie with man as I do with a woman. It is abomination. So, even cross-dressing is also an abomination. So, Tyler Perry, that's an abomination. And all of these actors and actresses and rappers wearing dresses, Young Thug wore a dress. That's an abomination. Leviticus 18, verse 22. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 23.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:23 reads, "Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion."
It's confusion. It's confusion. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 23.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:23 reads, "Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion."
Alexa, Leviticus 18:24.
From the gospelcoalition.org.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 24. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 24.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:24 reads, "Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled which I cast out before you."
There you go. There you go. It says, "Defile yourself not with neither of all these things, for the nations that I cast out before you was defiled with these things." And what nations that the Lord cast out that were defiled with these things? Let's see. Alexa, Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 1.
From studylight.org. "They must show them no mercy."
Alexa,
Deuteronomy.
stop. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7, verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:1 reads, "When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
So what did the Lord say in the book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 24? He said, defile ourselves not with these things, for the nations that he cast out was defiled with these things. And what nation was cast out? Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1 explain all of them African, and I do mean African, Hamites nations was cast out. And the Lord said in the book of Deuteronomy, and what did the Lord say in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1? Alexa, the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1.
From GodTube.com.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 1. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 1.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:1 reads, When the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and hath cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou.
Alexa, Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 2.
From StudyLight.org.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 2. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 2.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:2 reads, And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
Hear that? The Lord told us not to mingle with Africans, not to mingle with Canaanites. The Lord told us to unalive them, unalive the Canaanites, unalive the Africans. This is what the Lord told us to do. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:3 reads, Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Hello? Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 3.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:3 reads, Neither shalt thou make marriages with them, thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
So we shall not even be marrying them, not be starting relationships with them. You women not supposed to be marrying Africans, and you men are not supposed to be marrying Africans. Alexa, Deuteronomy 7 verse 4.
According to the King James Bible, Deuteronomy 7:4 reads, For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods, so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and destroy thee suddenly.
Hear that? Other gods. Alexa, how many gods do the Egyptians worship?
From Quora.com. Some of the known gods and goddesses that were worshipped by the Egyptians were Ra, Isis, Horus, Set, Geb, Nut, Osiris, and Anubis.
See all them gods? Alexa, how many gods do the Egyptians worship?
From Quora.com. Some of the known gods and goddesses that were worshipped by the Egyptians were Ra, Isis, Horus, Set, Geb, Nut, Osiris, and Anubis.
Alexa, what is the Egyptian god Nut?
From Quora.com. Nut was an ancient goddess of Egyptian mythology.
Alexa, how did the Egyptians worship the god Nut?
From Quora.com. Nut was an ancient goddess of Egyptian mythology.
Alexa, what is the Egyptian god nut rituals?
From Quora.com. Nut was an ancient goddess of Egyptian mythology.
Alexa, how was the ancient Egyptian god Nut worshipped?
From Quora.com. Nut was an ancient goddess of Egyptian mythology.
Alexa, how is the Egyptian god Ra worshipped?
From worldhistory.org. Ra as the unseen power behind all other powers extended to every god in the Egyptian pantheon.
Hear that? Ra is the unseen power behind all the other powers in the Egyptian god circle. Alexa, who is the Egyptian god Ra? Hello? Alexa, who is the Egyptian god Ra?
According to Wikipedia, Egyptian mythology is the collection of myths from ancient Egypt, which describe the actions of the Egyptian gods as a means of understanding the world around them.
Alexa, who is the Egyptian god Ra?
According to Wikipedia, Egyptian mythology is the collection of myths from ancient Egypt, which describe the actions of the Egyptian gods as a means of understanding the world around them.
Alexa, how many Egyptian gods is there?
From thecollector.com. The ancient Egyptians worshipped a complex pantheon of deities, with the names of more than 2,000 gods surviving.
2,000 gods the Egyptians worship, the Canaanites worship, and the Lord told us not to deal with that. Deuteronomy chapter 7 told us we are not to make marriages with them. We are not to, our sons not to make marriages with their daughters, our daughters not to make marriages with their sons, but they're going to turn our minds from serving the Most High. Because no matter how much an African says that he followed Jesus, he's lying to you. Because his original religion is ancestor worship. He says he or she will pretend to say that they are serving Jesus. That's on the surface level. On the surface level. That's just to fool you. Just so that you won't look at them as freaking pagans. But their original religion is ancestor worship. The universe, the moon, the sun, and the stars. And we are not to be following after them Africans, people. And that's where homosexuality came from. It didn't come from the Caucasians. It came from the Africans. Alexa, why did the Egyptians wear eyeliner?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. The Egyptians who wore makeup were nobles, queens and pharaohs of the ancient kingdom, between 2700 BC and 2192 BC, surrounded their eyes with a black and creamy substance, kohl, to protect them from bacteria carried by flies and not to be dazzled by the strong sunlight in the desert.
So, to wear makeup is to be noble, huh? So the first people who wore makeup is the Egyptians. And they wore makeup. The men wore makeup. We ain't supposed to be doing that. We are a holy people. Hello? We ain't supposed to be doing that. We are a holy people. You know what I'm saying? People, you're tuned into African Gods and Goddesses. We are investigating Snoop Dogg. If If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap on that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells, people. Tap on them like buttons. Get us in the algorithm, people. Tap on them like buttons if you haven't done so already. Don't forget, if you want to become a member, you know what I'm saying, there's two levels. There's a regular level, which is for $4.99. You know what I'm saying? That's the regular level. Or you can get the bump up to the VIP level and be a VIP member and get perks and perks and perks and perks. You know what I'm saying? That's $14.99. Hit that join button, become a member today. Don't forget, we got Bible study class, people, tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss out on that. Don't forget, we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours, 7 days a week. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816. That's 310-365-6816. All right, let me see. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 25.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:25 reads, "And the land is defiled, therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it, and the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants."
So you want to know why and what happened to our brothers and sisters when we went into the promised land? The land vomited us out because we became nasty. You know, when you eat something nasty, when you eat something that don't agree with you, you vomit it up. Well, we did not agree with the land, or the land did not agree with us, and the land vomited us out and spit us over here into America. And still to this day, we are the foul people. We want to do what we want to do. We don't want to listen. We don't want to hear nothing from nobody. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? We want to do what we want to do. We want to do it our way. If it ain't our way, it's no way. That's not so. That's not so. Let me see here. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 26.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:26 reads, "Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you."
Hear that? The Most High God said we are to keep His laws, statutes, commandments, and we are not supposed to commit the things that we just read in Leviticus 18. The Lord said we are not supposed to commit none of them abominations. Nor, if we want to hang around people that is not of our nation, if we want to hang around white folks, them white folks better not be doing what the Lord told you not to do. If you want to hang around Africans, those Africans better not be doing what the Lord told you not to do. If you want to hang around East Indians, if you want to hang around Chinese, if you want to hang around any other nation, those other nations better not be doing what the Lord told you not to do. You're supposed to lead as an example. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 27.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:27 reads, "For all these abominations have the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled."
Yeah, all of these abominations, the men of the land done. So everything we taught you in the book of Leviticus chapter 18, all of the things that we have taught you this afternoon on what we are not supposed to do, the Africans did it in the land. The Africans did it. The Africans did it, people. Hello? The Africans did it, people. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 28.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:28 reads, "That the land spew not you out also, when ye defile it, as it spewed out the nations that were before you."
And we were spewed out the land. because we went in a land that did the same thing the Africans was doing. That is abomination. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 29.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:29 reads, "For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people."
Hear that? You shall be cut off from amongst your people. You should not have no life. You should not prosper. You should not have no blessings. You should not you should not have no energy. You shall be cut off from amongst your people. Alexa, Leviticus chapter 8, verse. Alexa, stop. Hello? Alexa, Leviticus 18:20, verse 29.
From studylight.org.
Alexa, stop. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 29.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:29 reads, "For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them shall be cut off from among their people."
Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 30.
According to the King James Bible, Leviticus 18:30 reads, "Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God."
Oh, praise be to the Most High. Oh, praise be to the Most High. Alexa, Leviticus 18, verse 31.
From KingJamesBiblionline.org. 31:19 laid up, "His favor is not always manifested to them, but it is laid up for them in his treasure, whence it shall be drawn
Alexa,
forth when
stop.
they need."
All right, there we have it, people. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 12:49 p.m.
12:49 p.m., people. You know what I'm saying? You're tuned into the African Gods and Goddesses investigation. This afternoon, we're investigating Snoop Dogg and his new kids song, encouraging kids to accept same gender parents. Now, a lot of people say, "Well, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's right, that's right." The Lord say different. The Most High say different. This is the custom of the Egyptians. This is the custom of the Canaanites. They did these things. We are not supposed to do these things. The Lord called it abomination. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you know what I'm saying, we shall not be following after the Canaanites nor the Egyptians, because they did these things. Wake up, people, wake up. Make sure you guys tap on that like button, people. If you ain't tap that like button yet. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells, people. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bells. If you want to be a member, there's 2 levels. One level is for, I think, $4.99. The VIP level is $14.99. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a member. What else we got? Don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816. That's 310-365-6816. That's the 24-hour prayer line number. 24 hours, 7 days a week. Don't forget Bible study class is tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't want to miss out on that. Let's see what else we got. Alexa, how old is Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg is 53 years old.
53. Alexa, when is Snoop Dogg's birthday? Alexa, when is Snoop Dogg's birthday?
Snoop Dogg's birthday is on October 20th.
Oh, oh, so he's gonna turn. Holy shoot! That is why. October 20th. That's what's today? Today's the 16th, 17th, 18th, Monday, a moon day. A moon day. His birthday is on a Semiramis day. Alexa, who is Semiramis?
According to Wikipedia, Cimarelli is an American singing
Alexa,
group from
stop. Alexa, what is the Babylonian god Semiramis? Alexa, who is the Babylonian god Semiramis?
from Quora.com. The ancient Babylonians and Assyrians worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each with their own unique roles and characteristics.
Hello? Alexa, is the Babylonian god Isis Semiramis?
From worldhistory.org. Isis is an ancient Egyptian goddess who became the most popular and enduring of all the Egyptian deities.
Alexa, is Semiramis Babylonian?
Here's something I found on the web. According to reference.com, pottery is a ceramic
Alexa,
material.
stop. Alexa, what Babylonian god is Semiramis? Alexa, what Egyptian god is Semiramis?
From thecollector.com. Ancient Egyptians believed Thoth was the creator of this intricate written language as well as the literary arts for both humans and gods.
Alexa, how did the Egyptians worship the god Semiramis?
From Quora.com. Some of the known gods and goddesses that were worshipped by the Egyptians were Ra, Isis, Horus, Set, Geb, Nut, Osiris, and Anubis.
Semiramis is Nimrod's mother slash wife. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? Isis is another word for Semiramis. But his birthday is October 20th. So he got a ritual coming up. Because he's 53, he's going to turn 54. And we see what happened when hello? We see what happened when R. Kelly turned 54. We see what happened when Jamie Foxx turned 54. We see what happened when Jay-Z turned 54. We see what happened when P. Diddy turned 54. You get my point? Are you following me now? Are you following me now? 54 is a very big satanic ritual to these Babylonian gods. And Snoop Dogg, who's going to turn 54 this moon day or Monday or Semiramis Day, you best believe he's probably going to experience a scandal. It's probably going to be a scandal being that this album or this song dropped. Hello? It's probably going to be a scandal being that this song dropped today, Friday, you know what I'm saying? And this song have everything to do with a so-called Crip who is supposed to be gangster and who's supposed to be against that LGBT have now made a song encouraging young children to come in contact or intervene with a familiar spirit, or to condone same gender parents. Yeah, I won't be too surprised if you know what I'm saying, Snoop Dogg get dragged on social media for this one. They're gonna push this all the way out because it's gonna be he got a ritual coming up. He's gonna turn 54 Monday. If he don't come up, if he don't have no blood sacrifice in his family all around him, then it's gonna be him that's gonna be the one that's going through either a humiliation ritual or some type of scandal. On a moon day? And it's, let me see, I think it's the 20th. Let me see. 18, 19, yeah, the 20th. 20 represents unalive. 20 represents unalive. So, either he's going to suffer some type of scandal, or he might come up with a blood sacrifice. He might come up with a blood sacrifice because 20 represent unalive. You see what happened when Wendy Williams, when she was supposed to air the finale of the season finale of her TV show, you know what I'm saying, on the 7th month and the 20th day. Remember I told you that. I told you that before it happened. On the 7th month of the 20th day, they announced that Wendy Williams was supposed to, you know what I'm saying, air the season finale of her TV show, of her talk show. That Friday, it happened. And I said, wait a minute, 7, 20, because the 20th landed on a Monday. Then, I said, wait a minute, 7/20. I said, she ain't going to do that. Either, if she don't come with a blood sacrifice, which happened to be her son, if she don't come with a blood sacrifice, I said, she ain't going to do that, the season finale of that show. Hello? 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 I said, she ain't going to do the season finale of her show. And lo and behold, that Monday, on the 20th, I told you 20 represents unalive, that Monday on the 20th, early in the morning, we get the news, on headline news, it said that Wendy Williams was rushed to the hospital with complications due to C-19. That's exactly what the news article said, because that's exactly what I reported on. Now they want to call it some other brain issues and all of that stuff. But the initial cause of her hospitalization was complications due to C-19. This was on 7/20. This was when she was supposed to air the season finale of her talk show. She wasn't able to do that. 7/20. 20 represents unalive. So that was the end of her show. That was the end of her image. So now we have Snoop Dogg's birthday is on 8/20. 8/20. 8 represents a circle of life. 20 represents unalive. If Snoop Dogg don't come up with a blood sacrifice, it's gonna be him going through a freaking scandal, and probably gonna be because of this this song that came out, encouraging and yeah. Anyway, there you have it, people. Hope you have been somewhat informed. Hope you have been somewhat educated. This has been your afternoon edition of the African Gods and Goddesses, and we was investigating Snoop Dogg. I'm your host, I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you're new to this channel, this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, people. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bells. Tap on them like buttons, people. Get us in the algorithm, people. Tap on them like buttons. Get us in those algorithms. Um, don't forget we have a 24-hour prayer line number, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're here to pray for you. That prayer line number is 310-365-6816, 310-365-6816. Don't forget Bible study classes tonight at 8 o'clock, p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you there. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so you can tune in to the Bible study class. The Bible study classes are free. If you want to be a member of this channel, this ministry, you can. There's 2 levels. Oh, there's a free level. There's a free level just by hitting that subscribe button. That's free. You know what I'm saying? There's another level that's $4.99. That's one level. Another level is $14.99. That's a VIP level. But to be part of this ministry is free. When you sign up to become a member of this channel, you just supporting this ministry. But to become a member of this ministry is free. Just hit that subscribe button. Let me see. I think that's going to wrap that up. Yeah, I hope you have been somewhat informed, somewhat educated. What else we got? I think that's it. If there's any more breaking news this afternoon, we'll definitely bring it to you. Hello? 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 Hope you have been somewhat educated, somewhat informed. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. Let's see what else we got. Bible study classes tonight. I told you about that. What else we got? Oh yeah, if there's any more breaking news that may pop up this afternoon, I'll definitely be back to bring you that breaking news. If not, we'll see you guys tonight, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Hit that off.